John Deere. Here we go, episode number 40.
Yeah.
My man over here getting into a couple different business ventures. Let me straighten this camera out a little bit.
Bring the light a little bit towards me.
Is that good right there?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Hey, y'all, am I cute with this shit? I'm not. I am.
Nigga, alright.
Fuck you. Fuck that nigga. Anyway, yeah, here we go, y'all. Another episode of the Glitch. We're still doing the Father's Day tribute.
Yeah, man.
But before we jump into that, my man here got some shit going on, man. He got some good information for y'all. He gonna put out. Don't nobody want to be broke.
Right.
Everybody want good credit.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want to be struggling check to check. Don't nobody want that shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into my shit in a minute too, or whatever. But man, he go ahead, just tell him. I ain't gonna. Without further ado.
Yeah. I mean, well, you know, I got a thing I'm starting up on my channel, Super Cold Wine. Everybody know that you know, I do music, but over there at that channel, I'm doing something new where I'm kind of like trying to educate people on how, or walk through rather with me on building credit and, you know, trying to get their shit together, you know, getting stuff off of their credit, man, building business credit, or different little things of that aspect. But right now I'm starting off with, because I've been watching a lot of videos and doing education, and I jumped the gun on applying for a lot of shit. So I want to kind of walk people through the first steps, you know, of trying to get your credit together, man, and looking at and seeing what you're up against and the different avenues that you can take if you're not facing no obstacles that I was facing. Because, you know, I know some shit you can jump out, man, and that, I mean, really just provide some good money for you, man, backup money, you know what I mean, that can help you get through hard times, and as well, just putting you in good position for the future. So check that out over there at Super Cold Wayne, man, and if you
we'll put the link in the bottom.
Yeah, man, check that out. You know what I mean? Like I said, educate yourself on financial literacy and what you can do to improve your situation, you know, but
yeah, because who knows when disaster may strike.
Right.
It just happened to me. I got hit by lightning twice in the same spot.
Yeah, man.
I just lost my goddamn job over some bullshit. I told him before, like, let me try to give you a picture, paint a picture for you. I worked for a company called, my parent company is called Advatics. And they like have people that's working for all these other companies. I'm not a contractor, it's a full-time position, but they place people in other companies to run whatever department that they need. And I was working under a company called T-Force. I ain't gonna put no name out there, 'cause I don't know how this shit works legally. But my motherfucking supervisor was a piece of shit. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. So anyway, when I say piece of shit, I don't mean piece of shit like, oh, he just got some dumbass rules. I'm talking about like he blatantly lies and gets his way. And right. people, it's crazy how everybody know you lying, and behind your back, everybody call you an asshole. Like, I've never been to a meeting where they didn't call this man an asshole. So everybody know he full of shit. But anyway, he told some people like, oh, well, Antoine ain't coming in to work and blah, 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 blah. He taking days off. So my parent company, Advatics, the manager over there wrote me, gave me a write-up. I didn't sign that shit because I was telling him, this is my supervisor, my actual supervisor, not the dude I'm working under for T-Force. My supervisor, I told him, like, well, it's not fair because I have proof against everything that he's saying. Right. This motherfucker saying that I took off for no reason. I got proof. I got an email of him saying that I can take off. Right. He's saying I'm sitting at home working without permission. I got a proof of him saying, I got an email with him telling me, like, hey, you can do most of this work from home. The only time you need to come to the office is when you need to ship packages or pick up packages. Other than that, you don't need to be in the office. I got proof of all of this shit. Right. So when I told him that, he took the write-up back. Like, okay, it's not a write-up. We just having a discussion. Just try to keep up with what you're doing. Yeah. A couple months go by. Last Thursday, I go to work, get off. Friday morning, wake up. I go to the gym, get my workout on. I get a call. I'm at the gym. These motherfuckers, somebody, they go part ways with me because I took a day off and didn't request it, as we previously discussed, or whatever. I was like, well, I got proof that I requested this day off, right? And he approved it. I got proof of that. They were like, well, not only that, you was late on Tuesday, whatever. Like, I got proof saying that, hey, I'm running late, and he said, okay, no problem. I got proof of that. But not only that, I thought I was gonna be running late, but I wasn't running late. I got there early, actually. Most of the time I'm there I'm supposed to be there at 7. But most of the time I'm there at 6:30, 6:40. I'm early as shit to everything I do. But I had to prove that I wrote the letter. wrote the email saying to let them know I was running late. But I didn't get there late, which you can see that on the camera that I came in on time. But I clocked in at 7:04 or or whatever because I was having some network issues or whatever. So I clocked in at like 7:04. But even so, I supposed to be there at 7 and clocked in at 7:04. So if you want to say that I clocked in late, got it. So well, he was like, well, what about the mask mandate? I'm the only person in the office not wearing masks, according to them.
Yeah.
That's bullshit because don't nobody in that motherfucker wear a mask. And he was, but I can't point the finger and say, well, he ain't wearing a mask, and he ain't wearing a mask, and he wearing a mask, because then they go just nitpick and find something else.
Right.
So I already knew when I told this motherfucker I had proof of everything that they're saying, and then that's the last thing he can go, well, you didn't wear your mask, so we got to fire you.
Right.
When it comes to that kind of shit, it's like, okay, I already know what the hell going on here. And then, these jobs these days, they have that in the fine print or whatever, like we can terminate you for we don't have to have a reason to terminate you. So if any people are like, well, you all try to sue them, like, well, motherfucker, they got a clause that says they can let my ass go for any reason, and they found some shit, and this nigga wasn't wearing his mask.
Which is so crazy, man. We were just joking about this nigga, Charleston White, or whatever the hell this cat name is, but he be on some bullshit rants. Mm-hmm. But he got a clip that's went viral with Say Cheese where he talking about how he sued all the jobs that he worked for and shit in the procedure. And it's just so funny because even though they got that clause to where they can let you go, but if we was the type of scamming type of niggas like that, you know what I mean? Think you could have kind of been ahead of the game by calling OSHA and filing a complaint, and then letting them know you filed a complaint, like he said, for them to continue to harass you and do the shit that they have been doing, and then now you got proof that they did that, and that would have been at least $10,000 settlement. You know what I mean?
It is more aggravating because, like my girl, she's like, I told you you need to act right at work. Like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? Let a motherfucker run over me and shit?
Right.
Like, this motherfucker got to the point, literally, where he was cussing at work, like, I told your ass to blah, 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 blah. You got me fucked up.
Right.
Like, how? And then but when you tell me, like, oh, well, you can't just be snapping on people that work, so I'm just supposed to let them do that?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? I know everybody knows me as being this rough around the edges ass dude. Right. I understand that. But, of course, in a professional environment, I'm not going to act that way.
Right.
Or whatever. So I'm carrying myself professionally. But at the same time, I'm a man first, and you ain't going to just talk to me crazy than a motherfucker.
Right.
And expect me just to say, yes, sir.
Right.
You talking about, this ain't slavery no more. Okay, man. So yeah, you got the best. You got my damn job. That's fine. I get another one.
Let's be real, man. That's the part of life that really kind of gets serious, man. That really kind of be like, fuck the job. The job ain't really that big of an issue. But what if your employee or your supervisor or whatever got it in the back of his mind, like he can survive or do without this job. But see, because my partner that I worked for at the Mako up there, he went through the same similar type of shit. He got into it. He fell out with the owner and shit a few months before I left, and then he was telling me when I was keeping in touch, and his girl was like, "Shit, yeah, you need to. That's why you can't be cussing people out at work, kind of like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like you don't know the situation.
Well, yeah, that shit kind of get real. You know what I'm saying? When the shit get at home, you know what I'm saying? And then my situation at the job, I don't know how she really feel. I mean, but honestly, I think it was cool because while I stood with the shit, it was like a build up. But what if they, these women, they really coming at you, you know what I'm saying, and feeling some type of way? You don't fucking work there, you know what I'm saying? And second of all, what about the shit you be going through at work and what you be talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And just because you ain't blew up or say that you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you could be skating on thin ice too. So that's where it get real at. That's what makes it real scary about whatever profession you in or whatever, about working for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's why everybody
working for somebody else.
Yeah, because any given time they could be on some bitch ass shit and really don't have no justification for it. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's a certain level of shit you're willing to deal with depending on the amount of money you make.
Yeah,
you getting paid six figures at your job, $200,000-$300,000. You're willing to play the political role a little bit more than somebody's making $30 an hour.
Right.
Somebody's making $30 an hour.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So, fuck what you talking about.
You think Dave Chappelle's wife got down on him for leaving that $50 million when he didn't take that Comedy Central shit when he was going through? You know
what you got a certain amount of money already.
They weren't doing as well as they doing right now.
They wasn't doing as well as doing it, but they was doing damn good. You know what I'm talking about? Don't act like Dave Chappelle was a multi-millionaire at the time. You know what I'm talking about? He was, but he wasn't as Dave Chappelle-ish as he is.
Right.
So I don't think that if you got enough money to up and just leave the country and go move somewhere else, you're pretty well off. You know what I'm talking about? Like, we thinking about it in our standards.
Right.
What rich people call broke, we still would call that balling.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So he wasn't broke at all. So I don't think, not only that, I think he met her before he was doing what he's doing. So she supported him up until that point.
Yeah.
Or even if he did, he found somebody loving for him. So she might have raised Lil Kane if which we don't know.
Yeah.
If shit got tight. You know what I'm talking about? If shit got tight, then she probably raised Lil Kane. But at the same time, hell, apparently they handled it the way they needed to be handled because they still together.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure if she would have rent and raved a bunch, he wouldn't have been with her that much longer.
Right.
So in my opinion, I just think that they handled it the way they needed to be handled, and they still good. And look where he at now. This motherfucker can do what the fuck he want to do.
Right.
Got the best fucking podcast. I mean, shitting on all of them. Even Michael Rappaport, which y'all done heard me mention a million goddamn times. This motherfucker was like, man, this motherfucker podcast is great. Right. He even put Dave Chappelle tag to his podcast under his podcast. Like, look, go listen to his shit.
Right.
Or whatever, which is pretty crunk.
Yeah. What we need to do? We need to support each other.
Support that part.
You
That
know
part.
what I mean?
We talked about that last time. Remember?
Shit like that's what I was telling you. Man, everything is not no competition. It's good. We got people that do sports and people that get paid for that shit. They the people that we pay. You know what I'm saying? To compete.
Yeah,
and
we pay to play.
Us, you know what I'm saying?
We pay to play and they get paid to play.
We need to be more of a commune. You know what I'm saying? Community type shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we are tagging some people that do podcasts around here, like what's up? You know, I'm gonna do that too. If you can see on my notes, I wrote down a couple of people that got me started that helped me with my education on credit building and things that I need to do with my business. So I'm gonna tag them and shout them out in my next video, my second video, because that's what's up.
What you can do is you can send me their links too, and I can put them on the.
Yeah.
And I can add them to the podcast. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, did you watch the last one?
Which one?
The last podcast that we posted from last week. Did you?
Yeah.
Hey. Mm-hmm. Did you see in the link who made the music?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nigga, my son.
Yeah.
My son made the beat.
Yeah.
Made the intro music. I was like, all right, Amari, you out here making beats and shit.
Man, these kids are talented, like I said, man, you know. I mean, these kids here on a whole different level.
Yeah, bro. And they go pretty hard.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, how was your Father's Day?
Father's Day was pretty good, bro. Father's Day was pretty good. Went out home with my sister. Her birthday is actually on Father's Day. So it turned out well. Father's
Day this year.
I chilled. I told him I didn't want to make no big deal. I don't want no. What you want for nothing? And that's what I want. Respect. If I ask you,
appreciation and relaxation.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I want. Don't spend no money. I need. You know what I'm saying?
If you want to do anything, fix me something to eat and bring it to me right here on this goddamn couch.
Right.
Let me relax. I just want to chill on drama. If you got anything drama-filled conversation, say that shit for Monday.
I took a nap. You know what I mean?
I took a nap. No, nigga, I went to fucking sleep.
You know what I'm saying? I took a nap, bro. You went to sleep?
Fucking right, bro. Okay, so my son drove down here from Atlanta.
Yeah.
All the way by with him and his girlfriend. That was super crunk.
Yeah.
But this motherfucking girlfriend is like
you brought her?
Brought her? She like another level of sweet. Like everybody always said, oh, she's so sweet. So my mama said she was nice. Then my girl was like, oh yeah, his girlfriend, she pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I ain't paying them no goddamn mind. And I met her, I'm like, I'm talking about like, we sitting there, we all been self-medicating and shit.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you guys mind if I excuse myself? I'm starting to feel a little tired. I was like, are you asking us permission to go to sleep? Like, yeah, take your ass in the house. And you know what I'm talking about? Like, my abrasiveness it didn't come to no shock to her because, bro, my son is a chip off the old fucking block. Yeah. That nigga just like my goddamn ass. Yeah. Which drives me to this goddamn point. I'm trying to fix my mouth to say it.
Yeah.
Fucking women.
Yeah.
Always want a bad boy.
Yeah.
No lie. When I was in high school, girls always told me I was cute. They always told me I was fine. That was all kind of crazy shit. But then none of them want to date my ass because I was too fucking nice. Yeah. I was the dude that'd carry your books to class with you. You know what I'm talking about? When somebody been mean to you, I come console. I come talk to you. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to talk to some of them. But hell, they was always into the dudes that was hurting their goddamn feelings.
Right.
Or talking shit to them or pushing them off. Or whatever. And then as soon as I turned over that leaf, like, fuck being nice to everybody, fucking, I got all kind of women flooding me up. It's like, God damn, like, so y'all really don't want a nice motherfucker.
Right.
Y'all really want somebody that you have to, that's a project. Mm-hmm. Like, that's going to shoot you off. I ain't talking about all y'all, but fuck it. You offended, fuck what you talking about. I'm talking about all y'all. Right. Or whatever. Like, for me, to this day, I have yet to meet a fine-ass, nice chick that really ain't kind of sort of into bad boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, most of them want the bad boy because I think they feel more secure. Like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with him or me if I'm with him. Type shit. Maybe, hell, I don't know what the thought process behind it is. I just know that, goddamn, it seems like all the bad boys was stealing the girls. I'm like, this nice shit is for the birds.
Right.
Anytime I'm actually dating a chick, she was okay. Don't get me wrong, I take that back. I was dating some bad ones too. But nevertheless, it's like y'all always wanted that nigga that was talking some shit or didn't give a fuck about how you felt about something. It was always about his feelings first.
Right.
I never understood that concept, but when she came down here, and I was like, damn, now I think about it, my girl the same way. Because she with me. You know what I'm talking about? I don't call myself a bad boy. Yeah. But listening to her describe me, it's bad boy-ish.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? She, like, you kind of, I ain't no thug by any means.
Right.
Like, by any means. But she think I got thuggish ways.
Yeah.
Thuggish ways. Nigga got the hood. Nigga lived in the country. And nigga lived in the city. So I'm diverse as shit. And I know how to get a job. I know how to go talk to people when I'm in public. Right. Whatever. So maybe that's what it is, a mix-up of it all. Or whatever. But I just never understood the concept of you just want a nigga that's known, like, to be a knucklehead. Right. You know what I'm talking about? You want somebody that's a knucklehead. I never understood that shit.
Man, I don't know. Stereotypes. I never could really. I never did good on trying to.
That's bright. That's everything good.
Yeah, made it blend out good.
That shit good, mother.
I never really understood the concept of trying to feed into stereotypes. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I just do me, like you said a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Remy Martin, white. I'm really not cool with it. We put this. I like to drink straight, but with this 7-Up in there is good. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm not. I've been having that a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this topic, we was talking about dads, man, and some of the pressures and some of the
hold on, bro. Before we get into that shit, let's take a small break. Let me sip on this shit for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's take a small break, y'all. We be right back. I don't think we forgot about y'all, did you?
We back.
Hey, when my son was playing football for this team, I was doing all of my trying to get myself ready to do a interview to get my disability raised for the military.
Yeah.
And I always wore a hat. It was funny because all the moms, when I finally did my interview, came back with a haircut and shit, I finally had my hat taken off. And it was funny because all the moms were like, boy, I thought you was bald headed. That's why you wore a hat. I was like, no, I wore a hat all the time because I ain't had a haircut in about 2.5 months.
Right.
Rough shave. I had to, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't be clean cut going in there. And this is a message to everybody that's trying to go for their disability and shit. You can't be going there looking like you got good ass sense. You gotta fucking look. You gotta look crazy, even if you ain't. Because the thing about it is, I got partners with 100% disability that never deployed. Right. I got partners who got fucked up on deployments and getting 20-30% disability because they still got some sense about themselves. Like the niggas still want to be clean. Right. Niggas still want a fresh haircut. Want fresh clothes, which is the shit you're supposed to want, but they don't want you to have these things. You have to look crazy in order to get this shit. So, nigga, I was looking crazy. Right. Got my shit bumped up to 80%. I'm still working on another 20, but I'm at 80% now.
I worked at the VA for a long time, so I heard all the crazy stories about this shit. I heard all the ins and outs. I heard niggas say, man, I had to go up in there with leaves in my hair and shit. Just to, you know what I'm saying? When my girl was in there, she was in there, they was talking to me. I was, and she was like, just calm down, baby, and played the whole role just in order to get his money, which is really fucked up. You know what I mean?
It is fucked up.
You know what I mean?
It's super fucked because the military use your ass all the way up and then send you on your goddamn way.
Right.
But anyway, y'all, the topic for today is still, like I said, we're still on Father's Day stuff. And past 2 weeks, we discussed the ups, the proud points of being a dad. Then we discussed some of the tribulations we might go through. But now, this last week, no, we got one more week. I want to discuss obstacles that we have as dads that we may come across trying to be a decent dad. The reason it's so hard, I think, in my opinion, bro, I think it's harder for a woman to raise a kid by themselves than it is a man. But it's harder for a man to spend time with his kids. Hold on, give me a drum roll right quick. Due to fucking women. Yeah. Y'all the fucking problem. I ain't never been this direct. Yeah, I have. I take it back. But this is at first when we was talking about it, you can ask him. It wasn't really gonna be directed right at women. But women, y'all the fucking problem. Y'all are the fucking problem. We can sit here and say that sometimes society might hold us back as a dad, or the system may hold us back as a dad, and those things are true. But those things don't happen until y'all run to them. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and it only affects dads who give a shit. You tell me you got a bunch of niggas out here who don't give a damn, and I ain't talking to them. But this here affects dads who really give a damn about their kids. Right. You know what I'm talking about? Like, why the fuck are you not wanting your kids to be with their dad. Like, what the fuck is women? I ain't gonna say women. Yeah, fuck, I am. Look, if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't say shit or comment or whatever the fuck you got to say.
Right.
But the thing is women will only they use their kids as pawns to get it to do because they don't have shit else to use against them. Right. And like I said a while ago, this only affects niggas that give a damn about their kids. Right. I'm still fighting to be with mine. Right. You know what I'm talking about? I'm still going looking for lawyers, trying to put shit together. The mama full of shit. Go to court and she's like, oh, well, he left him in the house for like 45 minutes to go get some wings. And they really use that shit against me. Like most of y'all be like, well, nigga, you shouldn't leave your kids in the house for 40. But you don't get it. The thing is, we used to go to the gym together for 2-3 hours. Right. And leave the kids in their sleep. Right. Or whatever. But when I go to get us some wings and shit, let them watch TV and run and get these wings or whatever. And the thing about it, the wings, the place where I get the wings, it's connected to the building I live in. Right. I didn't go nowhere. My car was parked in the same spot. I just walked downstairs, walked over to the wing place. It probably took about 20, 30 minutes maybe right. because I don't know what took them so long. Right. But either way, walked to the wing place and came back. And that was some shit that the court used against me. And now we're at the point now where she be gone for 2-3 months at a time. And I got the kids. The kids are with me. And I still got to pay child support. You know what I'm saying? What kind of shit is that? Like, I don't understand where y'all come from taking kids, and then when kids grow up and be fucked up, y'all looking confused like, well, I did this for... You want a fucking topic of conversation. That's what you want. I'm raising these kids by myself. You don't have to. You don't have to. You got a nigga... I asked to take my kids to get a haircut. Like, hey, let me come over there and pick up Amari to take him to get a haircut. Nah, I got it. Yeah. All right, player. Yeah. Honestly, I knew you was going to say that. I just want to get it documented that I'm actually trying to put forth some effort to come get my goddamn son other than the legal weekends that I have him. Right. I want to see him more than first, third, and fifth weekends. And my son want to be with me. You seen how that nigga act. Yeah. My son want to be with me way more than that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to steal the kids from her. I don't think she's a horrible mom. She's a horrible influence. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? And maybe it's because she's scorned. Who the fuck knows what it is? But the bottom line is, nigga, if I moved on, move the fuck on. Our kids, we trying to raise them. We say we're aiming for the same goal for our kids, but we're really not if you're trying to keep them from their dad. And it's not just me. You tell me it ain't just me. I'm speaking on my personal situation, but there are I can't think of one nigga that I know that don't want to spend time with his kids. I ain't gonna kick it with a nigga that got kids and don't want to kick it with them. Right. Unless your kids are fucking like fuck my daddy. Right. You tell me, there's only so much you can do. Right. There's only so much you can do. Like, you trying to show your kids you love them, but their mama poking their head full of that bullshit, and then that bullshit spewing out on you. You can't do shit about that. You can try, but I ain't gonna lie. People like, hey, you can't give up on your kids, man. Fuck them kids. If you come over here disrespecting me because of some shit your mama said, right, and you old enough to know better, like you 15, 16, yeah, you can tell your age. You ain't gotta come back. Right. I keep paying child support or whatever, but you ain't gotta fucking come back. If that's the mentality that you gonna have, like I ain't busting when you come over here, you ain't gotta pay for shit. And tell me you want to go places, I take you places, you drive my car, you do all the other shit. But then when something don't go your way, think about like on Power, for example. This motherfucker here used his daddy up when he wanted something. Mm-hmm. Oh, daddy, I'm in trouble. But then when his daddy come to the rescue and get him out, when Ghost come to the rescue and get him out of trouble, all of a sudden, my daddy ain't shit. Don't be coming over here trying to tell me what to do. You ain't my motherfucking daddy. Because of that shit that his mama putting in his head. Mm-hmm. And the only reason he doing the shit that he do really was because, hell, his mama wanted him to stay in the dope game. Right. The only reason his mama and him ain't together is because he was trying to get out of the dope game, make some legal money, and she wanted him to. Now she pumping her son her head up full of this shit. Well, you know this is all your daddy. This is all your daddy. Some of the shit was his fault, I get it. But when he trying to show you a better life and you siding with your mom, it's like, well, what the fuck do I do? Once again, these are issues that only dads have because 9 times out of 10, we don't have the kids to ourselves. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was a single dad for a little while, and that was because my older son, mama, didn't give a shit. I ain't gonna say she didn't give a shit about him, but she knew that she had her eyes focused on other things, so the best thing was like, well, this nigga here don't party. Yeah. Yeah, nigga, you can go stay with your daddy. I'm not asking for child support. I'm not asking for shit from you. You know what I'm talking about? So it worked out. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, with my 2 little ones now, though, shit ain't the same. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? But like I said, there are dads all over. I got a kinfolk trying to do his best for his kids. But like sometimes, like I said, sometimes they listen to the shit that their mom pump in their head and it ain't cool. But like I said a while ago, it only affects niggas that give a damn about their kids. If you don't give a shit about your kids, that shit don't affect you because you don't give a shit. Right. I worked for the OAG. That's the Office of the Attorney General, the Child Support Division. I worked for them, so I seen niggas' cases where they 300-400 grand behind on child support or whatever. But at the same time, I've also been in there when these fucking women are coaching the other woman on what the fuck to say to get their kids away from their dad when their dad is fucking in tears because he wants to spend time with his kids.
Right.
Like, for what? My brother is an example of somebody that went in and put himself on child support. Like, I don't want no bullshit. I'm going to put this on myself. I'm going to spend time with my son. I'm going through the system to do child support the correct way. Whatever. He was one of them. So you got niggas who actually come in and try to do the shit the right way, but then you get the women who working on the other side of it. Like, you one of them hoe ass niggas that don't want to be with the kids. I'm going to help your baby mama say some bullshit in court to get you fucked up.
Right.
Whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and then not only that, then you got women who take you off child support. I'm talking about that nigga again. Yeah. Took him off child support like 4 times, bro. Every time she get mad at the nigga, she put him back on child support. Wow. In my mind, I'm thinking like, shouldn't there be like a system, like some kind of limit?
See the reason they don't do that no more.
Well, good.
You can't take them off from that at all no more.
Well, that's good. That's bullshit. Like, I agree that you should be able to take. I think you should be able to take them off. But if you take them off, put them on. Take them off, put them on. That's it. Right. No more for your ass because you clearly working off of emotion, and that alone should say a lot about her as a person.
Right.
Like, you only doing shit here when you mad at him.
Right.
You tell him because you took him off child support. Now you putting him back on.
Right.
Then you took him off. Now you putting him back on. And it's like, what the fuck did you supposed to do?
Right.
You tell me like, I'm not with you. But every time I do some shit that you don't like, you put me on child support. So he said fucking he went down there and put his cell phone so that way he ain't worried about nothing. Yeah. But that also shows the level of responsibility that he has for his son.
Yeah.
But if he can't do shit with his son, what the fuck are we as dads supposed to do when we go pick up our kids after a week and a half and we got them for 2 days, right. 2.5 days, after a week and a half and they mama done filled they head up a bullshit for goddamn 12 days. Yeah. Then I get them for these funky ass 2 days, and it's like, how do I reverse that shit to show you that I'm not who your mama saying I am? You know what I'm talking about? That's why I said the mom is the biggest culprit in fucking these kids up these days.
Yeah, that's definitely true because I mean, you know, a lot of kids you gonna love your mama, you know what I'm saying, off the rip because you came about her pussy, you know what I'm saying? You got that emotional attachment to her, so they got the first upper hand on the influence that a child has in the mind and shit, and they be going off emotion and shit, and you know, once it's fuck your daddy or me and your dad ain't together no more, that's the image they put in their head, or they just do little shit to make the situation just harder for the men, you know what I mean? And but you know, because I don't know, I guess it's a couple of generations because men, like you said, especially back then, all men, I know all men love their kids naturally and want to have a relationship with them if they don't give a fuck about this bitch.
Can't say all men. I know a couple of them motherfuckers.
I mean,
in my family that said fuck them kids, and I'm not talking to you because you want to talk to my kids. I know a dude that cut off his goddamn folks because his folks wanted a relationship with their grandbaby. But he didn't want a relationship with his own baby, so he cut them off too.
I mean,
that's
some whole shit. Not no defense does, but it like, you know, just like my point was when the women, like you said, they're so fucking conniving and so cruel, and then they get into these kids. It's something that went down to where this man is done. He washed his hands. You know what I'm saying? Because they can do some shit, man, and have your kids acting a certain way towards you. I mean, and I mean, something went down, and that never really get out there. You know what I'm saying? Don't no nigga just say, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just say, I don't want to come around or I don't want to see him. It's something. It's just like you got your reason why you doing the child support shit or why you don't want to let me see him or why you don't, so why you talk so much shit, you know, about me. It's a reason that this man say, hey, fuck it, I'm not even going to try to extend no, contact or do shit because of this and that and third. You know what I mean? Just like shit, I don't know, man. It just be some crazy shit. Like, you know, with my kids particularly, you know, I got, you talking on the spins of 2 baby mamas technically. I got 4 of them, you know.
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? When you look at Tia, you know, and then the other 3, man, and each one of them situations is different, man. I've been going through that shit for years, man, and every time I think, even when I think I'm doing the right thing to build up a real good relationship with them, you know what I'm saying, them hoes still switch up on me, you know what I'm saying, and when they mad, the kids gotta be mad,
and everybody else,
you know what I'm saying,
and whoever ain't mad at you, they mad at them for not being mad.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a real disgusting cycle, man, that it fucks up the whole even balance that, you know, what's going on. Because, I mean, that's just like what's going on in society. Every time, man, I see some shit that's involved with some teenagers and shit, I click on it and I read it to make sure my baby's name ain't in there. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I ain't even around them on a day-to-day basis like that. And I know that the shit that they wouldn't be in around me, that they could potentially be in around the motherfuckers that try to keep them away from me.
Yeah. Damn, that's deep, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all rewind that shit.
Yeah.
And listen to that part again.
Yeah.
That's some real shit.
Yeah. So, and that goes on the daily, bro.
Bro, it killed me because they try to control the narrative. And I kind of hope some of her friends are watching this shit. And because they try to control the narrative. Like me, for example, in the beginning of a relationship, I did a lot of bullshit. I cheated, did all kind of crazy shit. But anyway, but so did she. And that's just it. And then people will be like, well, Twan, why did you leave her for cheating? If you cheated too, I left her. Like I said, fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? But I didn't leave her for cheating. You know what I'm talking about? That's just it. But that's the story she's telling everybody else. Oh, she left for cheating. So with that being said, I'm a horrible dad. You know what I'm talking about? If you did this, but when I do it, it's way different. That's the narrative that she feeding people. Right. That's not the fucking truth. The truth is, nigga, I left you because you said you ain't gonna stop. You like, nigga, her exact lines was, I'm living my best life. That was why I left. That means that there is no room for me in this motherfucker. She literally said, well, I'm trying to determine, like she married to me, trying to determine if she want to be with me or the nigga she cheating with. What kind of fucking nigga gonna sit there and say, okay, well, you take your time and you think about that. Yeah. I sure hope that it... No, fuck what you talking about. You can have all the shit in this motherfucker. Yeah. I'm talking about, and to prevent further turmoil of my goddamn kids, I'm not gonna be here because we ain't doing nothing but beefing.
But that's where it get real despicable. The lengths that these women will go to get inside these kids' head, bro, and try to turn them.
That's just it. They can't get in mine. I told mine every fucking thing.
You know,
I'm talking about people like, oh, they may be too young to understand, but they go grow to understand. So I made sure that there's nothing that their mama can tell them that when they come back, when they older, be like, Daddy, you did this shit.
Yeah,
that's messed. No, that would never happen because I told them every goddamn thing.
Right.
And anything outside, bro. She told my kids I was gay. I let my daughter paint my toenails and shit. Some shit I did when I was there with them too at the house or whatever. But all of a sudden, now I'm in a new super happy ass goddamn relationship. All of a sudden, I'm a faggot because I let my daughter paint my toenails.
Man,
she wanted to do this. The only reason it didn't cross the line is because my kids didn't even entertain it.
Yeah.
They couldn't wait to get back and tell me to laugh at it. She's like, Daddy, Mama said since Trinity painted your toenails, she was gay. You know what I'm talking about? She tried to tell them I never played basketball. I never boxed. I got newspaper articles. I got pictures. I got all of this shit. So why would you even go that far? Right. You was there for like, why are you lying to the kids? You was there for some of the shit.
You know, it's so sad, but I went to school with my son, mom. So, I mean, this bitch a lot of this boy and be like, yeah, such and such. Yeah, she said he was the flyest dude in the school. Bitch, your mom's a motherfucking lie, nigga. I was the flyest nigga in the motherfucking school, nigga, and with all the hoes, including her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know,
not me.
So it's like, but why would you tell my son something different
some
just
bullshit.
Because you want, you know what I'm saying? You don't want him to idolize me the way he already do. You know,
I hate that shit because kids always. I tell you what I don't agree with. This is a credit to the women, which is something I probably shouldn't even do in this podcast, and we roasting y'all punk asses so much, or whatever. But a credit to the women, something I don't feel like that y'all should do is idolize the nigga that ain't there. And see that them the niggas that get the credit, niggas that don't give a shit about their kids, their moms be the ones saying, "Oh, your daddy too busy to come," or "Your daddy too this or that," or "He was working," or "He can't make it." Tell the kids the fuck. Then you should tell them the truth.
Yeah.
And so should other moms tell the truth. But with the moms we're talking about be the ones lying. Yeah. But tell the fucking truth. Like, I'm like, if my kids, they with me all the time and their mama ain't never coming, I'm not, because the thing about it is, when you start making up those lies for the other person, you turn that person into a hero. Right. Because it look like that person is always working hard to support something. That person is always busy doing something to support y'all's cause. Right. When in actuality, this motherfucker out there partying. You know what I'm talking about? So when your kids grow up and be like, well, daddy was doing this, now you got to change the narrative and they ain't going to know which ones to believe. Right. For me, my kids, like when my daughter was, I was still in the same household with her, she was always out with her friends. I got videos on my phone of my daughter crying because her mama ain't making it to the soccer games. You think I sat up there and be like, well, you know, your mama working. She go, fuck what you talking about. Like when she said, why mama ain't here? I'm like, you call and ask her. Right. She can make up whatever story she wants to. or whatever. Like, but I'm not fit to sit up here and help you think of a lie. Like, no, your mama went out with her friends, or whatever. That's what the fuck she did. You know what I'm talking about? I know you crying on your feelings hurt, but that's what she decided to go do. Right. She know you got a game today. She went out with her friends, whatever. And it's happened on, like I said, it wasn't once or twice. Hell, it happened enough for my daughter to be fucking crying like, mommy ain't fucking here. Whatever. I just showed out this goddamn game and she ain't here. You know what I'm talking about? So that shit bothered them for you to go back and bash me. You know what I'm talking about for anything that I goddamn do. You know what I'm talking about? I learned how to do I'm a pro at doing my damn daughters. I'm not a pro. No, I'm not a pro. I'm a novice. But I'm good enough to where I do my daughter's hair that we can go out in public and people are like, oh my God, who did her hair? And they're not going to look at me. They're going to think her mama did this shit. But I did that motherfucking shit, which is understandable because, I mean, a lot of dads can't do hair. So I'm not discrediting dads that can't. But what I am saying is I took the time to learn how to do this shit amongst other shit. You know what I'm talking about? For them to be dogging me out when every fucking body that know me know that anytime you see me, if I got my kids with me, the anytime 10, that one of them motherfuckers going to be with me.
Right. And I think what hurts the most is, like you say, you do all that work, you do all the right things, you put in work, and then the mama will do some blatant shit, some crazy ass shit, and she get a pass, she get away with it. They don't lose no love or no respect. They want to go
because they're mom.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they are mom.
You know what I'm saying?
But as soon as you fuck up any goddamn thing, make one bad decision. It might not even been a bad decision. It just didn't go the way you wanted it to go. Right. It didn't know bad. Trying to just the fact that, oh, you fucking up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like I've never understood that fucking concept, man.
Don't hear from motherfuckers for months and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like you said, it's real hard, man. It's a lot of obstacles in being a father, man. And the women stand in front of it. They're a huge threat to fatherhood and what you can do and how your kids. But you know, at this point in the game, bro, I had to be content with what I've done. You know what I mean? And who I am, bro. And just keep myself.
Once you acknowledge your own shit, you gotta acknowledge your own fucking demons. Or whatever. Because if you acknowledge your own fucking demons, it's easy to accept when somebody try to throw some shade at your head. Like,
no, I wouldn't even mean like that. I mean like shit. I put in my work. I done what I can. I done the best that I can. I'm content with. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like.
One way or another. I don't feel bad if anything happens. I know I'm doing the best I can with what I got.
Shit, I did the best. You know what I mean? Like you said, you can't keep fighting a battle that's winless. Just like, you win the battle, you might get the kids 50-50 down the middle, you know what I mean, to what you want. It's going to be another challenge. She always going to give you another, you know what I mean, just like with having them. And then you still have to pay child support. Now you got to figure, you know what I'm saying? Now you got to fight that. You always going to constantly be fighting and be busy trying to get this motherfucker up off you and get that shit straightened out, you know.
Honestly, bro, I hear where you coming from, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I don't listen to that motherfucker. Yeah. Like let's just say, okay, we go back to court and shit goes my way. Mm-hmm. The only thing that she gonna be able to do to control any situation is she gonna make doctor's appointments or something and don't tell me about it. You know what I'm talking about? But I can't think of any other way that she gonna be able to attack me. If I got the kids week on, week off, she got them week on, week off. She can tell them whatever the fuck she want to tell them. Now I know my kids know better because every time she tell them some bullshit, they come back and rush to tell me that shit. Right. You know what I'm talking about? It'd be funny. You know what I'm talking about? Who knows? Maybe they doing the same thing over there. Who fucking knows? I don't know. Whatever. But I do know they rushing back to tell me this shit so we can laugh at it together or whatever. But I can't think of a situation where if I got my kids 50-50. That she has any kind of fucking control. Yeah. I can't think of not fucking one. Yeah. Like not even a little bit. Cause I don't right now when she takes me some shit, if I don't want to respond, I just don't respond to the shit. I don't respond. She's like the other day, she was like, hey, why come Trinity has an absence on his day of school? I didn't respond to that shit. Right. You talking about, why the Trinity didn't go to practice? I didn't respond to that shit. Motherfucker, when you take a trip, you don't come back and tell me, hey, I'm taking the kids out of school so we can go to I'm taking Trinity out of practice so she can go to Right. You don't come back and tell me that shit. Right. So I don't fucking goddamn explanation if I had other plans. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm just doing no dumb shit. I took them out of school on their last day of school because their last day of school was just a day of school for kids to come for parents who got jobs that can't watch them. Their last day of school was literally that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? They go to school online or whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. Y'all can go for your granny house this week because y'all getting ready to go up to Oklahoma with your uncle or whatever. So I took them over to the granny house on Monday. Last day of school was Tuesday. And they didn't go to school on Tuesday. Like I said, it was just to sit in class and pretty much the last day of school was to be babysat. Right. Or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? So I was like, y'all ain't got to go. Don't worry about it. Y'all going out of town anyway. So I let them stay out of school with their mama hit me up with that bullshit. And it's just like, Nigga ain't finna respond to that shit. Then she go send back some question marks. Still no response. You get the same response from me as when I had them kids for 2.5 months straight. I said, hey, the second month, I was like, can I skip child support this month since I got the kids? Nigga didn't respond. I thought she was gonna say no, but she didn't respond at all. I just wanted to screenshot it to say, hey, I asked for this when I go to court. Like, hey, look, she ain't. I got the kids all of this time, and I'm paying child support, and I got to buy new clothes for them when they here, purchase groceries and all of this shit. The money that y'all say child support is for, I'm spending that shit twice. I'm sending her the $700 a month, and I'm also doing shit over here too.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So yeah,
I'm really fucked up, man, about how society easily just shit on man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you can't get the approval of your mom, you can't get approval of your dad, you can't get approval of your pastor, you can't get approval of people at your job, you can't get approval of your fucking kids, you can't get approval of your fucking woman, sometimes you can't get approval of, the own people, your peers sometimes, the people everybody's hard on a man. You know what I'm saying? You can't get nobody, you always gotta, you
gotta butter shit up as a dude to be accepted.
I mean, even then, like I say, it's always somebody
That's why you say. That's why in the beginning you gotta have your own shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But when it comes to your kids, you gotta shut a motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so there's a catch-22 double-edged sword.
Yeah, that's what my point is. There always will be something against you, unless, like you said, you find some type of closure with inside yourself, some type of balance, and because you're like, I didn't hear from my kids Sunday, and I had to deal with that shit because that made me feel
some kind of fucking way, yeah. Like, cause all of y'all are able to reach out.
But what am I gonna do? Am I gonna wear this fucking?
You gonna let it hurt for a little bit?
All day, you know what I'm saying?
Just let it hurt for a little bit. Put a band-aid on that bitch and Charlie Mike.
Gotta keep on.
Charlie Mike is continued mission for you non-military folks.
My son hit me at like 7 o'clock, and then I was like, shit, I really want to respond, nigga. I'm like
niggas been Father's Day all day.
You know what I mean? But then I hit him. Okay, thanks, son.
Swallowed your pride. At least you reached out.
Yeah, better late than never. But fuck that. Honestly, is how I feel, nigga. You ain't just all of a sudden remember, it's Father's Day. That nigga over there that you live with, that you been probably around maybe like 8-9 years now. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure y'all been shooting the Father's Day shit with him and shit and bullshitting around, or maybe even
fuck me, huh?
You know what I'm saying? The nigga
that that all falls back onto the shit their mama putting in their head.
Bitch ass.
That fall back on that shit. Because if a motherfucking dad trying to be there for his kid, she blocking that shit off. I called my daughter on her birthday Valentine's Day. Called on her birthday. No answer. I'm thinking like whatever, they gone to school or done caught the bus, or she getting them ready in the phone downstairs. So fuck it. I'm gonna go to her school until her birthday. So I showed up with the balloons and I got her some custom made cleats for a soccer team with her name and shit on them, all her favorite colors and shit. Yeah. And I showed up to her school and I was like, hey, but I want to come tell you happy birthday. And she was like, well, Daddy, I seen your name on mommy's phone, but she wouldn't let me call you back.
Yeah.
For her birthday. First of all, my daughter's birthday on Valentine's Day, so she get to celebrate twice or whatever. So, like, I called my fucking daughter and you ignore my call and she see the shit and want to call me back and you tell her no. And then when I get to the school, she's like, oh, the only reason your daddy showed up was to try to show off a little bit. Like, no, nigga, the only reason I showed up because it ain't my turn to see her. Right. But it's her birthday and I want her to hear from me. Right. And you trying to block that off. Now you got to make her some stupid shit because I showed up at her school.
You ever felt like, damn, all these badass motherfuckers I fuck with, why the fuck did I have to have the kids by this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the only reason I don't feed that thought too much because every nigga having baby mama problem thinking that shit. Yeah. Every fucking one of them. And that is our fault. Right. That part there is our fault.
I mean, not necessarily. Yeah, you picked them. Kind of like, no, I'm saying you deal with a lot of different kinds. It just so happened that this motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but you picked her. You fucked her.
Got pregnant.
You fucked her.
You know,
that's your decision.
That's just,
you know what I'm talking about. Regardless if that's who she was when you fucked her and she changed later or anything, that part there that's our decision. Right. You know what I'm talking about. That ain't nothing. We can't go back and change that shit. But yes, nigga, I do be thinking like, God damn.
Yeah. The point is, we went long. We didn't take a break on this one. I don't know if we're gonna need to chop the video.
Yeah, we can. We go. Hey, y'all, we gonna go and take a break just to break the episodes up a little bit to keep y'all from getting bored and shit. I know it's gonna be just like a little fucking transition, but we'll be right back.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, continuing on into it, man, like I said, it could be a lot done, on a woman's end to really drive a wedge in between your relationship with your child. And that's why I feel like, man, like you said, it's fuck it, it's good for their ass. They need to be called out. Somebody need to say it. And, you know what I mean? Be more honest with it, and maybe it'll touch their hearts. Because you know what's so crazy about it? When you don't want to be with somebody, or when y'all don't like each other, connect no more, like the way that people go out their way on both sides to show that, hey, I don't fuck with you no more, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you stuck with a child.
So you got to find something. We ain't even got to communicate that much. Bro, you know what? I want to give a shout out to somebody right quick. My partner named Michael Webb, and Patience Andrews. I want to give a shout out to them too. The niggas was married while I was in Alaska. Let's fast forward about 10 years. They got a divorce. She moved on to met somebody who moved on to met somebody. Them niggas' family is still like this. I ain't gonna say that there are no inner issues. I'm not gonna say that they don't have problems. But what I am gonna say is them niggas do what it takes for them fucking kids. Both fucking families take trips with the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? They communicate. She with her new husband, he with his new wife, and they communicate together for the kids. I've seen pictures of all the motherfuckers together. The mama and the new husband, the daddy and the new wife, with the fucking kids on vacation together.
Right.
I'm not saying that I can do that shit, but the bottom line is, them motherfuckers making it work for their fucking kids, because they wouldn't do that shit if they didn't have no goddamn kids.
Right.
You tell me they wouldn't be taking trips, nigga. Two niggas, you got this woman over here with the new nigga she fucking, with the old nigga she fucking. That shit wouldn't happen.
Right.
But they doing that shit for their fucking kids. Shout out to y'all, like for real. Like that's some shit. Especially when I look at my situation, like I said, my old baby mama, my oldest son's baby, her, I ain't really got too much beef with her other than the fact that like she left my son hanging a lot. Like the situation, the shit that he go through is because he was left with no guidance from the age of 15. He was by himself. Like literally, she go to Jerusalem or some shit for 2 weeks and come back for like a couple of days and leave for like another 2 weeks. And this nigga is a teenager at home by himself.
Right.
So, but back to them. Shout out to y'all. They see my partners too. We kick it, we laugh and joke. We ain't say we kick it. I haven't kicked it with them in a while. But we laugh and joke and shit on social media. And he commented a few times on the podcast channel, on the Anchor podcast. He done sent a few voicemails. But you know what? We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna say that one for a special segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna post that one in the beginning. I'll get to that in a minute. But I just wish that more families can come together like he doing with his. I don't know who made the step forward, that made the step first, but the bottom line is they both had to agree to do the shit. Regardless of whose idea it was first, they both had to say, you know what, that's a good ass idea. Versus, fuck you, nigga, that ain't no good idea. Them kids don't need to be with both of us at the same goddamn time. Yeah, nigga, you her mama. You them kids' mama. Wow. That's them kids' daddy. Right. Why the fuck they can't see y'all at both times? Both of y'all made that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can understand, like I said, if shit is too harsh, I honestly, I get it.
Right.
But there's still no reason, if a dad is trying to be there for his kids, for there to be, y'all shouldn't even be fucking beefing. Really? Kids go to school. Both of us agree on that shit, right? We both agree to go to school. Okay, fine. We both agree that they need to make a doctor's appointments. Okay, fine. We both agree they need to go to dental appointments. Okay, fine. We both agree that my daughter playing soccer, my son need to be in sports. That's another thing. She ain't even got my son in sport. We've been separated for 2 years.
Yeah.
3 years. My bad. Over 3 years. Yeah. Over 3 years and my son ain't in sports. She got my daughter doing everything, but my son ain't in no kind of sports, but he been begging to play basketball.
Right.
And you talking about, it ain't shit I can do about it. You know how much that fucking bothers me? Dad, I want to play basketball. I'm like, well, we can go outside.
Right.
You know talking about, your mama ain't signed you up for shit. You know talking about, like, I don't fucking know why. Right. She gonna blame that shit on me some kind of way. Well, you don't take Trinity to practice every day. You don't either, motherfucker. Right. There are times when she missed practice with you. Whatever, but all of this shit always on me. Like I said, it's always fall. It's always something against the damn dad. You talking about no matter what we do, the issue looks bad on us. Right. We can do the exact same shit. I can sit down and be like, man, them kids get on my goddamn nerves.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That dad there doesn't want to be with his kids. When the mama say, oh man, them kids get on my nerves. Oh, well, it's because she's raising them. She around them all the time. She go to work and got to come home and deal with the kids. It's always something. Yeah. But when we say it, it's making an excuse. But then when they say it, it's logical.
Man, it's really hard. It's really hard, man. Salute to all the fathers that's out there, man, that's been holding it down all month, all year, your kids' goddamn life. You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact that you don't get the credit that you just do And you know, we over here at the Glitch, man, we support you, man, and we salute you because, goddamn, man. You know, like I said, it's pretty rough. It's tough, you know. But what I like to do, I like to enjoy other people's kids, and I like to smile at other people's situations. I ain't no hater, you know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of other people get to spend their time with their kids and shit. But you know, before we go or whenever, I don't know. But I gotta say this because this what been fucking with me, and I even did it too. Like a couple of weeks ago, a week or so before Father's Day, I said, "Shit, Father's Day around the corner, and if you're a sorry ass dad, it don't apply to you." So, therefore, you know, I'm kind of sounding like a bitch. I feel like niggas that do that sound like these bitches that do that because they do that. They say, yeah, you know, because how many posts do you see? Happy Mother's Day to the mothers that's doing their job, that's in their kids. You don't see them, you see Happy Mother's Day. Now, every other post you see regarding to Father's Day, it gotta be.
Oh, I said, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're separating the good from the bad on Father's Day, but on Mother's Day, everybody get credit.
Right.
On Father's Day, well, shout out to the dads that's there.
Right.
Well, we should do the same thing for Mother's Day. Shout out to the mothers that's supporting their kids the proper way.
Right. That don't, you know what I mean?
A healthy relationship with both parents.
Right.
Versus dogging the baby daddy out there trying to be there.
That's what I'm saying. You don't see that from a man because
I was about to disagree with that shit at first because it's
because
you're right. You're absolutely right.
You're too busy paying your girl homage. You're too busy paying your mama homage or whoever that you respect as a mother in your life. You ain't out there looking at it like, yeah, to the mamas who took care of their shit. Even if you got something to get your own mama and she wasn't perfect, you not using that day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. Yeah, I mean a nigga, you know, you shouldn't even be, you know, on them lines because that's kind of like what women do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you go salute, just salute to everybody.
If the shoe fit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Shoe fucking fit.
Because, you know, like I said, if you a dad, you know, shit, you know, I don't know, shit. You might tell a nigga that ain't got no kids Happy Father's Day. So why wouldn't you tell somebody who do have a child Happy Father's Day? You don't know the man's situation. Like I said, shit could be hell. Yeah, everybody's situation different.
Yeah, no lie. And when you post some shit like that, like the niggas who ain't out there doing for their kid, like the niggas you describing ain't doing shit for their kid, like they gonna be like, hey nigga, I ain't doing it for my kids, but the reason
right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or shit, nigga, I ain't seen my kids. I don't spend time with my kids how you spend time with your kids. You know what I'm saying? But certain comments like that might try to make a nigga like me feel bad. And my situation totally different than yours. And I know it ain't about my motherfucking choice. So shit, save somebody from blowing their fucking brains out from being depressed or feeling like they're a piece of shit because all that pressure is on them like they doing something wrong. You know what I mean? And it ain't all their fault. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's situation different. But that's why I say when I can come over and I see your kids being like they is with you, and then they appreciate me, they cool. Yeah. I know ain't nothing wrong with me.
They ask about your ass today.
Shit, kids like me, so I ain't like shit. Maybe, you know, so I know, like you said, it's for a fact that it's the relationship with they mom that's holding, you know what I'm saying, them back from being like hot. So I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? I just gotta enjoy my life, man, enjoy what comes, and like I said, eventually, you know, everything will be cool. I gotta look at all the years I chased them around, all the years I went and picked them up, all the years I gotta look at all the memories, the early on memories, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Before we had camera phones and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Shit, I got the pictures, I got
some,
some,
but now the camera phones save all them bitches.
Yeah, you know, so, yeah, and that's just what it is, man, you know, but yeah, I just had to throw that in there, man. You gotta, shit, don't separate that because women do that. And as men, man, like I said, we gotta support, bro. You see, man, so much fucking shit going on. Shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting after shooting.
Bro, I just read today some 2-year-old got killed on the freeway. Just read that shit today.
See, that's just
two kids in the back seat
on the freeway.
Both of them got shot. But when the dad, they was in the car with their dad or whatever, and he seen some dude shooting with a gun, but he didn't think one of his kids was hit. And he looked in the rearview mirror and see his son draped with blood coming from his head. And what the fuck are you supposed to do, man?
Shit's crazy, fool.
We ain't gonna get into that shit. That's the topic for another day. We're gonna get into this whole gun violence and shit. I got that saved for a topic. We're gonna talk about that first thing in goddamn July.
Right.
When the shit hot. But right now, these dads, they kind of rolled into it because it was a dad that was driving his kids around that saw his baby in the backseat, shot in the head and shit, killed the 2-year-old and injured the 9-year-old.
Get that shit into the sticks. I'm always happy. He gonna be the blame instead of that was a man that had his kids, that was spending time with his kids, and they got caught up in an unfortunate situation. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just like shit, man. That's why I was really happy, man, that AJ drove down.
Yeah, man, nigga drove all the way from goddamn Atlanta.
That's cool.
In a Honda Accord and shit.
Because my son will be his age about a couple of years, and if he would do something like that for me, that would be make me feel good.
How old is your son?
My son is 17. He'll be 18 in November.
Yeah, my son 19.
You know, yeah, he just turned 18, so like I say, we go wait till 7 o'clock. You know
man, bro, it was crunk as fuck to see that boy. Like,
yeah.
We talk often, but he live in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that he fucking found his own way doing shit, and it's just like, all right,
I'm going to see my dad.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Nigga drove down. Oh, don't get me wrong, it was all under the. My girl set it up. You know what I'm saying? But that's a long fucking drive. That nigga could have called me, and I would have been in my mind. I would have been just as happy with a phone call from him. Hey, Dad, happy Father's Day. I would have been super crunk about that.
Right.
But they didn't know that I knew the nigga was there.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I got that fucking Eufy doorbell alert.
Yeah.
So my doorbell alert went off on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit, my son here, nigga.
Yeah.
God damn, this nigga done came from Atlanta. And then like I could see on the street, I seen his Honda Accord. I thought like this nigga done drove. Because when I first seen him, I would have thought maybe he flew.
Right.
Somebody picked him up or whatever. But then like I said, through the camera on the doorbell, I seen his car out there. I'm like, this nigga done drove. I still played dumb when everybody was like, oh, you go come home or whatever time. I still played like I didn't know. Right. But I seen the shit on my phone. I was like, God, then I can't wait to fucking get home now.
Right. That's crazy.
Hey, yeah, it was super crunk.
I know it was, bro. I know it was.
Nigga, my son came in the same day I got fired and shit.
That's crazy.
But I'm just glad that I got the skills.
So you have to just, but I mean, that's the way life works. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't need to worry about that too much. You didn't need to let that bring you down.
It didn't
like that.
It didn't at all. Honestly, man, it may have pushed me in a direction where I need to be going. I was comfortable. You know, I probably could make some more money somewhere else.
Right.
Whatever, but nigga, the freedom over there. I see my boss once a week.
Right.
Fat ass hoe ass.
Always at the gym when he want to be and shit.
But you see the story I told you. I see him once a week, but then he be making up dumb shit when in there. Oh, he didn't tell me he was taking off. Motherfucker, I got the email.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, but then if they fire you, you know what I'm saying, they cut off all access. So I can't go back to my Outlook and be like, look, here go the email because I can't log into it. Nigga close my account and shit.
Right.
But it's crazy, man, to think of. Well, anyway, we gonna get off of that shit. Whatever. But we appreciate y'all for checking us out. And shout out to all the dads out there. Like,
yes, sir.
Dads, keep pushing forward.
Man.
Keep fucking pushing forward. All of us.
Yeah.
All of us are pretty much, we feel you, we pushing you. You want to give us a road so we can help your boat fucking propel forward? Right. Let us know, man. Whatever. Right. I want to be a advocate for fuck the baby mamas and help the baby daddies. Right. The ones that's trying to give, if the shoe fit to what I'm saying, I was stuttering like a motherfucker. Yeah. If the shoe fit to what we're talking about. Of course, there are a bunch of people out here who the shoe don't fucking fit. And if the shoe don't fit you and you say some shit, just believe I got some theme music ready for your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Your ass go meet the roast.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking talking shit if the shoe don't fucking fit. Because some people just want to talk or whatever. But if the shoe fucking fit, wear that motherfucker. You a dad that's taking care of your goddamn kids. We talking to you. Right. You know what I'm talking about? You a mama that's being a piece of shit and holding shit against the, you know what's crazy, man? A lot of times moms might not even realize. No, they fucking know. I'm about to say to a certain extent, you start to believe, you tell a lie for so long, you believe that shit. Right. You know what I'm talking about? And I think some of these women out here be lying so goddamn long, they believe it because they just want to have something to talk about. While another mama talking about, oh, my baby daddy, a piece of shit. You know what? Mine is too. He ain't come over and pick up the kids. While the nigga texting her like, hey, can I come pick up the kids today at 6:30? Yeah. She telling them, hell no, nigga. See, that's what I'm talking about. These niggas ain't coming over here to do nothing with these kids. Like, your nigga just asked you to come get the kids and you said no. Mm-hmm. You said no. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you want to go out for the weekend? Let me come get the kids for the weekend and you can go chill and do whatever you want to do. Nah, nigga, you ain't gonna. Okay, fine, I won't. Nah, this nigga won't even let me get no free time.
I hang it up to a huge fact that women are very insecure, man. They really got something against men, man. They need approval. They always want to be better. They got to be better at something than a man. So a woman ain't going to let you out parent her.
That's one of the topics we're going to get into.
Cook her, out drive her, out dress.
Ask my kids. Who out cooking who in that motherfucker? Hey. Even today, I told you about that the other day. My kids, Karen was in there with the kids. And she was like, yeah, y'all, there's some such and such in there. Y'all can go and grab y'all a snack or something. Yeah. First thing my son said is, what time my daddy gonna be home? Yeah. He didn't say it in a disrespectful way, but Karen knew what he was getting at. And Karen was like, your daddy ain't cooking when he come home. Because I cook.
Right.
And they look forward to me doing the shit. And they remember when I was with their mama, I spoiled the shit out of their mama. When I say spoiled, I'm talking about like super fucking spoiled.
Yeah.
She used to work nights, so I come home from work and cook for her before she wake up so she can eat, then fix her lunch to go to work. Every motherfucking day. Right. Not no here and there. It was every goddamn day. Right. And I didn't fix her no sandwich and chips. She took a meal to work. And then she was working with some of her partners that I knew of at the time. Hell, I fixed them a plate and popped that in motherfucker too. So my kids know that daddy go come home and cook or whatever. And they love that shit. So when motherfuckers be like, oh, they trying to compete with me with cooking, Karen can compete. She can throw down. And she country them motherfuckers, so she can cook. But with the kids, they just know that their daddy can throw down. If we eating sandwiches in this bitch, what time my daddy get home? Because that nigga go cook. And Karen was like, no, your daddy gonna be tired. That nigga working. And you go eat this fucking sandwich. I was like, shit, my baby got my goddamn back. Because I wouldn't have been thinking. Right. I just would have got home, shit, cooked. And then went in there and we cooked. Yeah, went in there and cooked and left it is. And for people who be like, well, if she at home while she cooking, that's because she be working fucking 20-hour days from the fucking house. Yeah. I've been there a couple times and I seen how that shit can go. I worked from home and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So I know how it is, and her schedule be way more hectic than mine. So I don't mind going to work, coming home, cooking while she's still in there. Yeah. Or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Because she be busting her ass. Yeah. Whatever. But you got anything else, bro?
No, that's it, man. You know, make sure y'all tune in, like, subscribe, keep on tuning in. We'll keep on, interacting and shit. We got this merchandise coming up, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm gonna say that picture and I'm gonna post it on her. Yeah. I'm gonna post the video. We got that. Yeah. What's the time on this motherfucker? I can't even see y'all. Excuse me. I'm old than a bitch. 1647. Yeah. So okay, I'll put the picture of our shirt and shit up in there.
Yeah, man. It's going down. Beautiful.
That motherfucker. You did the shit.
Nah, I mean I sent it
to that's the way he put the glitch at the bottom. Yeah, that shit was tight a bit.
He forgot that he's supposed to put podcasts on there too, but I'm not.
Well, is TGP on there?
I mean,
I think you just say the glitch, don't it? Yeah. I was like, because if we got TGP,
you know what we're gonna do?
We can put TGP on the sleeve.
No, we're gonna have a back design too. We got to put something on the back so we can put TGP on the back, and we can put podcasts or something on the back side too. That's what. Because
but y'all hit us up at what's my phone number? 870-686-0266. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for checking out the glitch. It's all shits and giggles.
Somebody giggles and shits.
Peace.